Is your name Maggie Carpenter?
Yes, it is.
Ah, well then I have a small confession to make.
Oh, don't we all? What's yours?
There was a man in here earlier claiming that he was on business.
I remember him. Is he a friend of yours?
An employee, actually. I hired him to track someone down who was very important to me.
Oh, who's that?
You, Miss Carpenter.
What is it you want?
Does the name Eleanor Armitage mean anything to you?
Yeah, I read her obituary in the paper. She's, the wife of Guy Armitage. Not exactly, an unknown name. In fact, it's a very well-known name, especially here in the States. Why do you ask?
Well, I am the son of that well-known name. I'm Ian Armitage. My mother was Eleanor Armitage.
I read about your mother's death down in St. Martin.
Yes.
And I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
But I don't understand why you would hire a private investigator to track me down.
Well, I'm looking for some answers. My mother died so far away, so alone, so mysteriously. I really can't lay her to rest until I know more about her final hours. And I was hoping that perhaps you might be able to help me with that. Can you, Meg?
Ian, when my mother died, I desperately searched for answers too. And I nearly tore myself and my family to pieces looking for them. And you know what I discovered? That what I really wanted all along was the one thing I couldn't have. My mother back.
So, what, you were advocating the grieving process?
No. Look, it hurts. And it's gonna hurt for a long time. I mean, I still have really bad days. Look, if I could say something that would make it easier for you, I would, but I can't, and I really don't understand why you think that I can.
Well, it may seem a little irrational, but a little information would help me a lot. The private investigator I hired said that you were staying at the same hotel in St. Martin where my mother was at the same time.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the place was booked on New Year's Eve. How could he possibly know?
Yes, but I was looking for one particular person, and that one particular person...
Well, if you really want details, why not talk to the doctor who examined your mother?
I did.
And?
He said that she died of an aneurysm, which is precisely everything but what I needed to know. The doctor can tell you that when you fall in love, your heart beats faster, or your hands perspire, but that is not really the answer to the question, what is love? My question is, how did my mother die? And the answer most definitely is not an aneurysm. So if I could just have one moment of your time, please.
You know what, Ian, I'd like to, but on a night like this, I barely have a moment to inhale, so maybe some other time.
When would another time be better?
Maggie,
Hey!
you are filling in here again?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, some night I'm going to come in here and find you buried in a pile of shot glasses and swivel things.
That's Rhodey's, huh?
Yeah, come on, you are going to take a break.
No.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Scat, out of here. Shoot.
Ah,
Out.
excellent.
Scat.
So,
Go.
perhaps we could grab a table and have that conversation after all.
Sure, yeah, I guess we could. Thanks. Do you even know what your mother was doing down in St. Martin?
No, we didn't even know that she was in St. Martin. That's what's so bizarre about this whole situation. My father thought that she was at a spa on the continent. So the whole family was very shocked when we got a call from the Dutch government saying that her body had been found.
It's really a terrible, terrible burden. I am very sorry.
Perhaps you might be able to lighten that burden.
How?
The hotel informed me that a woman called the front desk alerting them of my mother's condition the night that she died. Now, the detective flew down to St. Martin to uncover her identity.
The hotel was booked that night. How could he possibly...
Yes. Well, yes, it was an extremely laborious process, I assure you, but he was able to ascertain the whereabouts of every single youngish female guest with an American accent. That would obviously include you as well, Maggie. My man is quite convinced that you were the good, if not somewhat reluctant, Samaritan who made that phone call. Are you? Were you the last person to see my mother alive?
I'm sorry I interrupted you like that. It's just that I've been fetching drinks for people all night. If I didn't get myself something, I was going to drop. I'm sorry. Would you like some beer nuts or something? I'd be happy to get them.
No, all I really need is some peace of mind. What was it like for her in her final hours? Did she suffer? Could she have been helped? Did she ask for me?
I really wish I could tell you.
Someone saw her. Someone knew that she was in trouble, and someone made that call to the front desk. And I... If I don't do something, I just feel... Please, if you could just help me.
It was me. I'm the woman you're looking for. I was the one who called the front desk.
Thank you. I realize how difficult that was for you to say. And I am more grateful than you can possibly imagine. But, one small favor. Can you please tell me what happened the night my mother died? Don't you think I deserve to know what happened to her?
Yeah. Look, I don't really know what I can tell you. I mean, I saw this woman, your mother, in the hotel corridor, and she was fumbling for a key. She looked kind of pale, but before I could offer help, she went into her room. I was worried about her, so I called the front desk to see if she was okay, and you know the rest.
Yes. Did you maybe see her earlier that day? Did you see her outside? Perhaps she was with someone.
No. I saw her in the corridor. That's all.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, thank you. I apologize for putting you on the spot like that. It's very unfair, but you do understand. I loved my mother dearly, and the days since her death have been unbearable, as well as all the questions that were buried with her.
She seems like a really special lady. I envy you. And I hope that I gave you some kind of peace by telling you what I could, but that's really all I can say. I'm sorry. I wish I could have told you more.
Well, you did your best. Thank you, and good night.
Thanks, you too.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
do you often travel incognito?
What?
The private detective was able to pinpoint the mystery caller in a matter of days, but what slowed him down after that was that the woman was registered under the name Daisy Butler.
Oh, no, that's a very long, very unbelievable story. It has nothing to do with your mother, I promise you.
Ah, I see. I suppose that was the reason that you didn't leave your name when you called the front desk.
That was an oversight. It was nerves, I guess.
I'm sure. Well, thank you again, and good night.
Ian, it never really goes away, but it does get easier. Just give it some time.
Not the Armitage way of doing business, but I'm sure you're right. Thank you.
Glad I could help on her.
You know, the point of that break was for you to unwind. Are you okay?
I have no idea.
Can you hold down for it a little longer? I need to make a phone call. Honey, you take all the time you need.
Bishop Carpenter.
Daddy, it's me. I've got a little problem. You will not believe who just came in here.
I'm not sure I want to.
Ian Armitage.
Are you sure it was him?
As sure as a nice long conversation could make me.
Maggie, what in heaven's name could have possessed you to talk to that man?
He tracked me down, okay? He knew exactly who I was and where I was on January 1st.
Good Lord.
He also wanted to know if I knew anything about the death of his mother.
What did you say?
He suspected that I was the one who called the front desk that night, so I admitted it.
Oh, Maggie.
I didn't tell him that you were with me. The guy lost his mother. He was confused about the circumstances. He came to me for help. I had some knowledge that could have given him some comfort, and I didn't give it to him.
Oh, thank God, Maggie. You did the right thing.
I'd rather not talk about where you think God fits into this right now, okay?
The truth would not heal his wounds. It would only open them up again.
You know, I'm not so sure about that anymore, Daddy. I mean, I saw the man. You didn't. His mother ends up dead on the wrong side of the world, and he's supposed to make sense out of this? I mean, what was going on between you and Eleanor that could be worse than what he's starting to imagine?
That's not the point.
What is the point?
The point is there's nothing to be done, and this conversation is over.
Fine. Goodbye.
Maggie, if he comes back, you aren't to say anything else to that man, no matter what. Promise me.
I have to go, Daddy. Goodbye.